How's it going, guys? It's Dev. Welcome to part 3 of my Apple interview process. If you haven't already seen part 2, go ahead and give that a watch. That'll kind of explain what's going on in this video. I'm going to take you through the last video group interview that I did with Apple, kind of give you the overall experience, the questions that were asked, to maybe help some of you who are maybe going through the process yourself, or you maybe are just getting your offers. So if you're interested in that, let's get into it. So the second group interview that I did with Apple was actually on the same date that I did the first group interview. It was in like 30 minutes of each other. The last interview I had was actually with the store lead or the store general manager. I'm not sure the exact title. He was very nice, very welcoming. The people that were in the room seemed a little bit more comfortable than the first video group interview that I had. They just seemed a little bit more confident, more sure of themselves. It was a very pleasant experience. The second group interview that I had was almost the same as the first. The questions that were asked were pretty much the same. When have you received good customer service? When have you given good customer service? When has a customer been upset and you've helped them? Or just different things like that, just to kind of see your work ethic, your workflow, and the way that you communicate and collaborate with others. But in this interview, the thing that was different from the first video group interview is that they asked more personal questions. So they asked more about your hobbies and your passions outside of Apple or outside of work. So I got to share a little bit more about my videography experience and filmmaking. There was a guy that was in there as well who was into gardening and into flowers, and there was a girl that was into drawing and doing graphic design. So it was a lot of different things, and they like to hear more about your life outside of work, maybe outside of Apple. They want to hear about your passions, your hobbies, what you like to do in your free time, and just what you're passionate about, what you really like to do, who you really are. It really came off like they wanted to know who we were as people, and that was a very good feeling, and a feeling that honestly I can't remember having in an interview before. I've had some good interviews, but these interviews, even though they were through video, they just seemed very personal. It seemed like I was freely sharing who I was, and it was a very enjoyable experience, honestly. I have nothing but good things to say about the video group interviews. Again, after the interview, we got to ask the interviewer one question, and I asked the same question that I had asked at the first video group interview. What was his experience from the first time that he had started working at Apple to where he is now? He mentioned that he had worked, I believe, at the New York store and a couple East Coast stores, and then he had just transferred to this store in San Diego. So it's pretty cool to kind of hear his experience and see where he's coming from when he first started to where he is right now. After the interview was concluded, he informed us that within 7 days they'd inform us whether we got the job or whether we would not be moving on. I was prepared to wait the full 7 days, agonizing and worrying about whether I had received the job or not. But honestly, within 10 minutes, I would say, they called me to inform me that they were moving on and extending the offer of employment to me. Obviously, it was still contingent on me passing the background check. So the background check for Apple was a very extensive process, and it was something that I had never experienced before. So I'm going to be doing an entire different video just on the background check, because it was a lot, y'all. It was a lot. They know a lot about me. They know a lot about me at this point. So if you're interested in that, there's going to be a part 4 explaining to you the entire background check process, and then me getting my official offer to become an Apple employee. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.